In today's video, we're going to tell you about our experience with an extended warranty.
Okay, so there's a lot of talk online in the forums, usually at least once a week, about extended warranties for your RV. So today we're going to go through how our extended warranty worked out for us. And I got to tell you a couple things in the beginning. Full disclosure, we were signed up with Wholesale Warranties, and they wanted us to be an affiliate with them. And basically they would pay us for anybody that we recommended. Give us, I think it was $150 per RV that signed up.
$8 a lead and $150
if they signed.
So, and $100, that was for a Class A motorhome or a motorhome in general.
Right.
If it was a towable,
it was less.
It was $100. Correct.
Right. So initially we loved the company and had nothing bad to say about them. But there's a couple caveats to it. Number one, I didn't want to sign up with them, and we're not affiliates in any way. Because when I read the legal description of what we had to sign in order to be an affiliate, it's basically just like their warranty. They got, I don't know how many lawyers, but they draw this agreement out so that if you do one thing wrong or you say anything negative toward their company.
Well, they don't line it out that particular
way. Strict, though, but
they do say that you need to get approval for anything that you put on their website or any kind of marketing that you do for them,
and that you must represent them
in a positive light and manner.
Yeah. So, and that's the main reason I didn't sign up to be an affiliate, or we didn't sign up to be an affiliate.
Yeah.
I don't want to be told by anyone that I have to recommend their product. If their product's good, then we'll recommend it, and that's the way it should be.
Correct.
So that's why we didn't. Now,
and as I said in the last video, Randy has an opinion about everything.
I do.
And that's what we like about Randy. He's going to tell you.
I'm going to tell you like it is.
The bad, and the indifferent.
Now, so here's our, and the background of this is I love this company. When I first signed up with them, I thought they were the greatest thing since sliced bread, because they gave me peace of mind.
Right.
Of, if a motor goes or something like that, that I would be covered. Now, there's been a few claims they denied, but let me go through. I'm going to go through.
Start with what member we are.
We are the Extended Elite. That's our plan, which is the best plan that you can get from them. Okay.
It was important to me making this commitment when we bought the Class A that we would be covered if for some reason we had a major event. Because
we're on a budget like everyone else. I'm on a fixed income, and Terry still works, but you don't want a $20,000 bill or $25,000 bill for a motor. But that's how they get you. It's more of a fear-based thing. But let me go through what we did. Our deal was when we signed up, and we signed up in August 2019, right?
Correct.
Okay. They gave me a price for our 2014 Coach 33AA of $6,900. I think it was $6,900 and change. Let's see what I got it written down here. $6,929. Okay. And the deal was if I paid it in cash up front, they give me $500 off. So we paid $64.29 cash up front. I took the $500 off.
Instead of doing monthly payments, because you can do that.
You can give them a little bit of a deposit that they tell you to give, and then you can pay monthly. I wanted the $500 off because I thought it would be a good deal and all that at the time. So I took that $500 and I rolled it into a tire. They also offer a tire and rim road hazard warranty. So that was $445. So the warranty for the Coach was 48 months. We started in 8/9/2019, and it expires August 9th, 2023. The tire part of it was $445, tires and rims on the Coach and whatever you're towing. And that goes for 5 years. That's 8/2019 to 8/2024. So like I said, we haven't used the tire part. but I have no idea. They had a couple restrictions on that. Number one, you had to be more than 100 miles from your home base. And again, we've never used it. Knock on wood. Right? Probably got a blowout as I pull out of here. But
Shush.
Now the warranty part we have used, and I'll go through what we've spent on that. So we paid $64.29. We replaced a step cover motor, which is the interior one. Mm-hmm. We replaced a fireplace. The total charge was $670.86 for that, minus $200 deductible, which brought that, the warranty covered $470.86.
Yeah.
We paid the $200.
I just want to add, our deductible is $200 per incident, not per...
Right. You could have 5 things.
You could have 5 items.
And only pay the $200. You don't pay for each item.
When you submit, correct.
So we did that. Then we had a couple claims in between there that were denied because the fine print, one was a plumbing.
It's an exclusionary policy.
And in the fine print, there's certain kinds of pipe that's not included. So we had a drain hose go, and they wouldn't cover that because it's considered plumbing.
Well, no, it was a particular material of piping.
Flexible
versus what they actually...
So they didn't cover that. And then we had a knock sensor go, and they said, oh, knock sensor's part of the exhaust. So that's
exclusionary.
Overall, they've been good, but when they can get out of a claim, they get out of it. So then we did a washer and dryer. The washer and dryer...
Should we tell them how much we paid for the knock sensor? And
it was $1,000 for
the repair.
The knock sensor was $1,000, and
the sink,
the sink drain and all, I think was $300.
And we took it back to Tiven, and they're very reasonable on their labor. And
it would have been $1,500 at the RV shop that was trying to do it.
Correct. That's what
Tiven did it for $2 and change. All right, so we did the washer and dryer. That total of that cost was $1,356.98. Minus the $200 deductible, so they paid $1,156.98. We got a new washer and dryer, so it cost us $200 for that. And then we had a pinion seal go and a coolant reservoir.
Oh yeah, that was at Red Bay, wasn't it?
It was Bay Diesel, yeah.
Yeah, Bay Diesel.
That was $812 minus the $200, so they paid $612. So far, they have paid out a total of $2239.84, and I paid out $600 of my own money, or our money. So I thought, now here's the thing. Here's the thing that if you stick to the warranty, all right, they're a decent company, but if they can get, like I said earlier, if they can get out of paying, they're going to get out of paying. We had an air conditioner go, and you couldn't get air conditioners during this time frame. So I bought one used, but it wasn't used, it was brand new, but a guy had purchased it. So
at cost, let's put
at
it
cost, and I did it myself. $635 he charged me.
Yeah, okay.
Shout out to David Ernest, because he's a good guy. So it's still working, Dave. So we did that ourselves. And there's been there's a couple other issues and stuff that we've done ourselves, because it's a hassle to get it done by the warranty. If you're in an area where something breaks and the part's available, and a lot of this is because of COVID stuff and all that crap that's going on, you may have to wait. So if you don't want to wait, then you got to take care of it yourself. So if you can stick to the warranty and put everything that breaks on it, I think you would get your money back.
Well, if we had added that air conditioner, we would have been at what, roughly $2,800. Well, we don't know what the expense would have been to actually.
So we probably would have been, closer to about $4,000 right now, pulled from them.
$3,200.
And it depends on what they pay, because they limit what they're going to pay the vendor. They try to keep them in line. So,
well, it's with any warranty company too.
Yeah. That being said, I've kind of changed my
tone,
my view on the whole extended warranty thing. I'm wishy-washy. I go back and forth because
we are definitely wishy-washy.
I have one more year left, on that 6,400 I've laid out, and I'd have to collect $4,000, 4,200 to break even.
And one thing you need to know too about the wholesale warranty, if you get into it, you've paid your 6,400, say like Randy and I have done, and you change your mind. You no longer want this coverage.
They'll prorate it.
They prorate
and they'll send you back
give
the
you
check.
back your money.
So that's a plus.
That's a plus. You need to keep that in mind if you're wondering about it.
Now, as far as warranty companies, I'll say this. They are the best company that I've ever heard of out there right now. My brother paid $18,000, I think, for his warranty, and they denied every claim. He never got a nickel back. I would
the dealer.
I would never buy one from a dealer, okay? Because when we bought our coach, this same policy, well, not the same policy, but a extended warranty policy, the same time frame. Through the dealer. What'd they want? $14,000?
It was 13 and change, but almost $14,000.
And that was La Mesa. And La Mesa, of course, I said, you're crazy. I got a quote for $6,400 to the lady, and she said, oh, they're going to be out of business in a year.
Yeah.
Well, that was 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
3 years ago. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and they're still
I'm like,
here.
yeah, okay, because I didn't really, we weren't really having a good time with La Mesa, pretty much like every other, dealer out there. So, again, the tire thing, we haven't used it, so I can't say to that. I can't speak to that. We still got, if I ever use it, we'll see.
Have I considered turning in for the last year?
But now it's like, I can't
God forbid something
bring myself
were to
do it.
happen.
So, looking back at it, would I do it again? I don't know if I'll sign back up again, to be honest with you. I really don't. It's peace of mind. If you, like I say, if you take out an engine, that's 25 grand typically. Or a transmission, they're 20, 25 grand.
We don't typically bankroll that kind of money.
So, yeah, we're not like, trust fund babies and got an extra 25 grand laying around disposable income.
Unfortunately, our daughter, we're of the mindset you can't take it with you, so you might as well, enjoy it while you're here.
Sorry, daughter.
So, but I have to say, Woody's pulling up the step cover.
Is he?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all right.
Okay.
So,
Woody's being Woody.
Yeah. So, getting back to it, I guess if you could stick to it, and in a perfect world, I'd be all for it. But in this post-COVID world where you can't get anything, and the current things that are going on in the country, and parts are, can't find them, whatever, I don't know if it's worth it. Now, if you got an extra 10, 15 grand laying around, I would say keep it in the bank in a separate account. And that's what everybody always says. Keep your own money.
You have to be disciplined.
Very disciplined.
If that's the way that you're going to do it. And a lot of people recommend doing that. Instead of giving the $6,400 like we did to wholesale warranties, they say just bank it and then pay for your expenses
as they occur.
And
hopefully luck's on your side. All right. So when we got into it, we were complete newbies.
We've rented, but yeah.
I'm a kind of handy guy. Like, I can fix things myself, but I had no clue what I was dealing with inside this coach. And it took a good year and a half before I was comfortable taking it apart. It was expensive. It's an expensive coach. It's not
us.
Yeah, again, if you're one of these people that has $500,000 laying around and you go buy a coach, and then you got the money to just hire somebody to fix everything. But
yeah, we're just your average Joes.
Now, I had experience with diesels. I had my own trucking company when I was younger, so I changed my own oil, did my own tire work and all, but I'm an old guy now. I can't be flipping them tires around. So, we
have a hard enough time with the tires on the Jeep.
My point is, I was scared to death of that thing when we got it. I was afraid to touch anything. I was afraid everything I touch, I'd break and make it worse. But it's not the case. Like, now, pretty much everything, I'll attack it if it's within, if it's not heavy work. I'll try to do it myself. There's certain things that I can't do, like,
motor work
and changing oils because, you know, you got 9 gallons of oil in that thing. I don't want to be disposing of that and dealing with that.
Well, yeah, it would be different if we had our own residence, but being that we live full-time on the road.
So there's only so many tools you can carry. And
and not only that, like you said, you have to find a place to dispose of it and whatnot.
Drain pans,
if we lived at home, it would be, if we lived, you know, had a full-time house or whatever, sticks and bricks, it would be different.
So, I don't know, to wrap it up, pretty much, if I had to do it again, I'm not sure I would do it again. If I did,
Terry would still want to do it again.
Yeah.
Because it just gave me a peace of mind.
It does give you a peace of mind, but is it a false sense of security? That's the question.
It is a false sense of security. I'll absolutely
if I do it,
100% agree with you.
If we do agree to sign up again, we will 100%, I would say 95% go with wholesale warranties.
Oh, yes. I mean, if we're to renew, you mean once this one expires?
Anytime I had an issue, I would call my salesman, and I think it was Daniel Baker, was his name, if I remember right. And they would get on the phone and they would take care of most of those issues. Again, there was a couple things they denied me on. I think it was 2 or 3 claims they denied me on. And they were more than willing.
I think I only remember maybe 2. And we had one that was approved, but the expense was less than the $200 deductible.
Which is
so we had 3, I think, that we had put in. 2 were denied and 1 was approved, and we just didn't use it.
Yep. And there's the other thing to this that a lot of people don't understand, and I've argued this point on the forums too. It all depends whether you get approved or denied on the contractor, meaning the garage, whatever the service is that you're having repaired. It all depends on that person, how they submit the claim. And what I'm trying to say is, if they do their job right and the claim falls within the guidelines, it'll get approved every time. Now, we did have a problem with one place, and that was in the beginning.
No,
I'm not going to mention their name, but they weren't submitting the claims right. They just were computer illiterate, basically. Now, we've dealt with 3 or 4 other ones, and they've submitted, like Appalachian Foothills. Every time they submit a claim, boom, it's done. There's no questions asked, no problems. Yeah. You know, no issues. They get sent right in. And again, that's why
service.
That's why I said. That's why I said in the last video, they are great people to deal with. Christian over there, not to get off base, but she does her job and she does it well. So
and then add in the work that you get from the guys and
can't beat that.
And you can't beat it.
Can't beat it.
And we're not paid by Appalachian Foothills.
In any way.
We don't get any perks.
Don't get any discounts.
We just absolutely love the service that we get from them.
So, Tiven doesn't do any extended warranty stuff. Why? I don't know. I guess because it's a hassle dealing with them, or maybe because they cut their price down a little bit. Who knows?
I just think it's because they have so much regular warranty work.
Yeah, they don't need to be bothered with it.
They just don't have the time. Not necessarily they don't want to be bothered with it, but I just, you know, they have a hard enough time getting everybody in as it is.
Yep.
So
just to recap it a little bit, $64.29 we paid out. So far we've recovered $22.39.84. So that's where we're at. We are $4,160 short of that initial investment.
And that's what got Randy questioning whether or not this purchase was worth it.
Yeah, because I've had so many arguments with people over this, and I've gone to bat for wholesale warranties like you wouldn't believe. And because I think, to me, it just seems like a no-brainer. But now I'm looking at the numbers. And I'm like, well, you know, I mean, granted, they are in business to make money. And I think the way they make money is a lot of people get like us, where we don't want to be bothered waiting around for them. And or not so much them or the part. I was going to
say, it's not really them, because when you submit, you usually get a very quick
within 24 hours. Yeah. That's where I was going. They usually tell us within 24 hours that they're going to cover the claim or not.
Whether it's approved or denied, yes.
But it's... What I say about
it's same day.
Yeah, it's usually quick. But the problem is, if the parts are available and that kind of thing,
or if your vendor has submitted it correctly.
Right. So, I guess that's that. I mean, you know, you gotta tell us and put in the comments. Tell us your experiences with warranties if you have them, and let us know, what you guys think.
Yeah, if you're using a different warranty company that we're not aware of or haven't heard of, outside of, banking our own money, we don't really, that's not really something we want to hear about because, we hear it all the time. But we would love to know what y'all are doing, what your experiences have been. If you've used wholesale warranties, what your experience has been.
Yeah, definitely.
We're
newbies. We're newbies at the whole warranty thing. This was our first time, and I felt comfortable with them.
Well, one thing we could definitely say is don't go with the dealer warranty.
No, definitely not.
Absolutely,
I wouldn't even consider it. It's a joke. It's a scam, and they throw it on you. I don't want to say La Mesa, but I'm sure other dealers do this. But La Mesa, they have a great sales price, and their sales team is awesome. Their service is crap. And what they do is they get you in there when you're signing your paperwork, and they try to upsell you, which is just like any car dealer. It's all good business. They give you that low ball sale, and then they try to make their money back on a warranty that's, probably garbage and unusable. So I don't know. We'll have to think about it, and when our time runs out.
Yeah, we got a year. Maybe
I'll find out from Wholesale Warranty that that contract is just legal mumbo jumbo. But some of the things I read in there, I was like, yeah, you know what? I don't want people telling me what to say and what to do. We're not about that. We're just trying to help people out and help others save money.
And it's not so much that we want the opportunity to badmouth them, but if we have a bad experience, we want to be able to be vocal about it.
I'm not.
And so other people are aware of it. Right. Now, do we expect that from wholesale warranties? Not necessarily, but we do not want to be backed into a corner where we cannot express our true opinion on a product or service.
Believe me, there's plenty of YouTubers out there that will do it. They don't care. They'll do whatever it does for that buck, and no matter what they tell you, it's not us. We're not, So that's that, I guess, right?
Okay. You want to wrap it up at all with something before?
I'm still conflicted.
Yeah.
But
we'll give you an update in
maybe
August of 2023 when we have
we'll do a final. Maybe I'll pull out of here and the motor will fall out of it.
Hey, come on. Shush.
Then I'll be like, yeah, what a win. But
no,
who knows,
Let's not go there. I would rather not have a new motor in Miss Betty.
All right. So that's that. Again, drop it in the comments what you think, what you guys think, and we'll see you in the next one. The next one, next week's video is going to be next Thursday.
The repairs,
It's going to be everything we fixed, okay? Since day one. And when you see this video, I'm probably going to change your mind on this wholesale warranty thing, because I'm pretty much a moron, because if I would show...
I don't know, because not all this stuff has been really expensive. What about the solenoid? How much did the solenoid cost? Maybe that's something
$70 in parts plus labor. So
all right.
I mean,
we're teasing you now. That comes next week.
If you, like I say, if you can stick to it.
Randy and I will debate that next week.
Well, when you see the list of everything we've repaired, oh my God, I wanted to sell it immediately when I did the list. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
But it's all been fixed.
It is, but it's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Well, when we bought the 2014, that's what everybody said. Buy used. All the kinks will be worked out.
Yeah, that's another video. That's another video.
That'll be in next week's video.
Yeah. Buy used. It's going to be a lot better. Yeah. Okay.
We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, click subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you in our next video.